Chael, Art of Sports, with the one and only Chael P. Sonnen here, man, for your fight with Rampage. It's obviously part of the heavyweight tournament. When you first got that call for the heavyweight tournament, I mean, obviously you're a fighter, you're willing to get in there with anyone, but are you kind of thinking, like, why are they calling me for heavyweight? I'm more of a light.
Hey, man, be careful. I don't know if anything's obvious. These fighters are some of the biggest wimps I've ever been around. You know, just because a guy calls himself a fighter, don't think it's obvious that he'll fight anybody. That's the way it used to be. That's what fighter used to mean, but now it's a bunch of prima donnas running around. I mean, you got champions of some organizations running around trying to control their own career. I won't fight on a card unless so-and-so also fights on the card because I suck and nobody cares about me. And it's like, man, at the end of the day, you either want to do this job or you don't, and if you don't, get the hell out of the way, because playground rules still trump everything. If the one guy wants to fight it, one guy doesn't, then that guy loses.
You mentioned Rampage's size up there. He's definitely looking like a big A, even though he cut out the ketchup. Obviously, you're a wrestler. You're used to wrestling bigger guys. He obviously wants to stand up. Is that battle? Do you find that going to be a hard battle in the cage, you think?
Yeah, you know, Rampage does this whole I don't like wrestler thing, but he used to be a wrestler. He even did some time in college, and you know, we were at a national tournament in high school together in Fargo, North Dakota, so I don't really know where that comes from. And the ketchup thing's really bizarre. If anybody's listening to this, I mean, don't put that word out on it. Ketchup's about the most healthy thing you could eat. I've written diet books, I can assure you. Tomatoes is a pretty damn healthy thing. So whoever got in his head and told him he shouldn't do that doesn't know A from Z. But a lot of times,
trying to bait him into eating something.
No, a lot of times with an athlete, you just want to make them feel that they sacrificed. Whether it's true or not, you want to make them feel that they were deprived of something, make them hungry, make them want it some more. That's as far as I could go on the ketchup. I mean, not eating ketchup's like not eating carrot sticks. It's the same thing.
He mentioned that when he first started hearing about you in the UFC, you know, he heard you kind of say his name and stuff, and he's had like a not confrontation, but he had kind of some words with you about that, and then since then you guys have been okay. Can you tell us anything about that?
Yeah, it was a long time ago. I remember something about that vaguely, but you know, I followed Rampage's career. He had a great career. I enjoyed him. I wouldn't disparage him. But we got the same goals. It's just the way that it goes. You know, I think Rampage is a really tough fight. I think he's a guy that hits really hard. I'm going to go out and fight him. I'm going to fight him as hard as I can.
Obviously, you're a fighter. You don't care who you face. But looking at the tournament, is there any one name that you're...
No. You got to word this right. See, you're saying... Let me rephrase. You said, obviously, you're a fighter. You don't care who you face. What you're doing there is you're complimenting fighters. Fighters are a bunch of wimps. What you mean is you're Chael Sonnen. You're different than any other fighter. You're actually a man. You're actually the one John Wayne left in this town. You're actually a guy who talks tough and will go in and back it up when all these other guys are a bunch of pretenders. That's what you meant to say.
Exactly what
so continue the question.
Is there any one name in the tournament that you like, just you want a piece of that guy? Maybe you've been watching him, you've seen his career, you're just like, you know what, I've always wanted to test my skills against that person.
No, I don't think so, man. There's a bunch of hammers in the tournament. I would rather not face King Mo, so I'll answer your question in reverse. I'd rather not face King Mo. But no, there's nobody in the tournament that I've got some kind of a problem with or a beef with. I respect all the guys. I've admired all their careers. I think I'm better than all of them. And there's only one way to find out, so let's do it.